Okay. Can you hear me? Okay. We're going to do a mindful moment first because I want to give you guys a chance to like calm down so we can regroup ourselves before we go into our next thing, which is Reader's Workshop. I need a mindful moment, so we're going to do this first. So let's see. Can you hear it? No, we're trying to do the mindful moment, but now my microphone doesn't want to work.
On your knees. Now we're going to silently count to 4 as we breathe. Follow the picture on your screen and breathe in as the arrow moves up one side of the square. Hold your breath at the top. Breathe out as the arrow moves down the other side, and hold your breath again at the bottom. Okay, starting on one side of the square. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out all the way, 3, 4, and hold your breath, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. Keep going, sinking your breath to the arrow. Breathe out and hold. Breathe in and hold. Breathe out and hold. Breathe in and keep going while you follow the arrow on your screen. If you'd like to keep going, keep pressing repeat. Now let's go back to breathing naturally. You can put your hand on your tummy or over your heart to feel your breath move in and out. Remember, you can always do square breathing whenever you need help to focus or calm down.
Thank you. I needed that because I needed to refocus myself. We can do it after we come back for PE to come down. Yes, the counselor did teach us some much. Yep. We can do that when we come back in from recess so we can come down and refocus, okay? Okay, so where's Zayden? Zayden was not here, so he doesn't. Have you ever read the book Stella Luna? Okay, but we have been doing an activity each day to go with the lesson for Stella Luna, and today is summarizing. So today you get to sorry, I thought I was recording. Today you get to see. We're going to quickly go over the story so you can kind of remember what it's about. Okay, Zayden. How many of you guys know what summarizing is? Retelling the story, right?
Telling the main parts,
Right.
not doing the whole.
Right. Thank you. I said the main parts, not the whole story. Right. We don't need to know that Luna, is what color she is. Is it important what color she is?
We don't need to know. It's what the important stuff.
Thank you. You understand? It's the important stuff in the story, right?
We don't need to know that we don't need to know that she was born. We don't need to know that the age that she is, the color she is, the height she is. It's only the summarizing, which means the main idea parts.
The main idea, right? So some have to include the setting, the main characters, the problems. Sometimes there's multiple problems in the story, and the solution. Yes, give it to Jules.
Ruby, what's going on?
Go ahead, Jules. You forget?
I forgot what I said.
Forgot what you forgot what
I said.
You forgot what you're about to say. Okay. Oh, Ava, what do you have to say?
Here you go, Eva. That in the book,
Well, I haven't asked. The only question I asked was about what is summarizing.
they were they
It's okay. I haven't asked the actual question about the book. I just want to know what was summarizing. So I'm gonna ask a question. Thank you. You guys are so eager to participate, but I haven't asked my next question. Hands down, I haven't asked my next question. So I want to quickly go over the main parts in the story, right? I kind of mixed these up just to give us I guess a recap of what happened because we read the book earlier this week. I want to go over the story sequence of what happened before we do a summary, right? Because we need to know the events that happened before we can write our summary, right? So, right, I have a story sequence right here. I haven't asked my question yet. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces, and I have 6 parts right here. So based on what I have, I want you guys to look at it. Will be the first event that happened in Seluna. The first event. Sierra.
Stella Luna and her mom were flying, and then an owl swooped in and tried to, and Stella Luna fell.
So which one would be first one? An owl attacked Seluna and her mother. Which one should go first?
An owl attacked Stella Luna and her mother.
Okay. Did everyone agree that that's the first event that happened in Seluna? Okay. Can you pass the mic to Mesa? Nope. Okay. Pass it back to Piper. What's the next thing that happened? I see you.
the next thing that happened is Stella Luna fell into a tree.
Seluna fell into a tree. I'm trying to see where it is. This one? Seluna fell into a nest of baby birds?
Yeah.
Okay. Seluna fell into a nest of baby birds.
But actually what happened in the book is she fell into a tree first, then she fell into the nest. But
Yeah.
Wait, I know what actually was called.
Okay. Based on what's left here, can you pass it to Jonah? Based on what's here, what's the next event that happened in the story?
can I do the next one?
Based on what we have here, we have 4 choices.
And next one is that Stella Luna had to eat grasshoppers.
Right? So now we have an owl attacked Seluna and her mother. The second thing we have is Seluna fell into a nest of baby birds. The third thing we have is Seluna behaved like a bird and ate grasshopper. Jonah, pass it to Avery. What's the next event? I see your hand hands down.
The next event was Mama Bird told Stella Luna she must obey the rules of the nest.
She must obey the rules of the nest. Okay, pass it all the way up to Hazel. What will be the next event? Thank you, Avery.
I also noticed something. I think before Stella Luna behaved and ate birds and grasshoppers, because the mama bird had to tell her to do that. So I think those two should be flipped around, because the mama bird tells her to do it, then she behaves and does it like a bird.
So what happened first? So my question is, did Stella Luna eat insects before the mama bird told her to obey the rules? Remember,
She did, but she didn't behave like a bird this time. She slept upside down like a bat, and then the mom finally told her that she can't do that.
but didn't she eat insects before the mama bird
Yeah.
yelled at her?
Yeah, but it also said like a bird. behave like a bird, but she didn't do that yet.
She was behaving like a bird by eating insects. Yeah?
Insects before.
Right? So this is just a general sequence of it. I know there's a little bit more that happened in between those scenes, but this is just a general of what happened. So you can tell me what the next one would be out of what's left, Hazel.
One is the one that flew away and met the other bats.
That's it. And then by default is this one, right?
Wait, but there's something I noticed.
I haven't asked the question. Give me one. Let me finish.
What is the problem with that?
I'm sorry. Am I teaching?
No. I mean, yes.
Okay. Let me get what I have to say out, and then I'll let you give what you notice. Okay. Okay. I'll let you. So, hands down. So I know this was a quick sequence of events that happened, right? This is a quick summary because we need to revisit what happened because we have to write a summary about it, right? So that's why I wanted to do this quick activity before we actually get into setting up and planning to write a summary. So I know there's like maybe have been a little bit more events or more details that happened in between. This is a general summary or a sequence of events that happened. Now, Miss Sydney, you want to tell me what you noticed?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so what I noticed is actually, can I come up there?
No, from them.
So the last one that is one of the bats was telling Nozumano. Actually, that's supposed to be the first one because that is really helping us with the story. So actually, the one of the bats was telling Nozumano is actually the first one.
So you're saying 1 and 2 is a switch?
No, so what I'm telling you to do is you need to take out the owl and replace it with the stone as mother and then slide it down. Like I will show you what I mean, okay? So what you do, you take out this one and that one, and then slide this down, because this is the last one, so you start this one with this one, and slide this down. So this one is here, and then this one is here, and then this one is here, and then this one is there.
Okay, but in the book, what happened first? No, let me pass it to someone else.
It is one of the balls. It was this one.
You don't have to get out. What was the first thing that happened?
First thing that happened was an owl attacked Snow Luna and her mother.
Yes.
But what Sydney is saying, it's supposed to be the owl first, and well, that's supposed to stay there instead of this going down here, because that is actually what started first.
She's saying one of the bats was Salu's mother. That should be first.
Yeah.
So this is referring to the
This
scene.
one is supposed to stay here. All of these stay in their places.
Yes. So the one at the end is referring to one of the bats was Salu's mother. That's referring to when Saluna was flying with the baby birds. And then she kept flying and the other birds went away. She landed. Yes, and then the other bats came.
Yes. And then
Yes.
and in the end, and in the end, it's actually true. This one's staying here because the mom actually did find Saluna because Saluna and her mom got attacked by an owl. So Stellaluna's mom stayed with the owl to fight it. But then, Stellaluna was dropping into a tree, then fell into a nest.
Yeah. So I know that's the wording, thank you, Addie. I know the wording of some of these may sound like they're wrong. It's just general, right? It's like a short snippet of what happened. So if we went to, one of the bats was Saluna's mother, but the first thing that happened was they were flying through a forest and they were attacked by an owl. Okay? Let's see. But I wanted to go over the sequence of events because that's important when we are trying to write a summary, right? So one thing before we write a summary, we want to plan. Right? So I know that we guys kind of went over does somebody wanted to, but so then I know you guys have done that with, right? So this is our planning page, right? So we have to plan before we can actually write the summary. So when it's talking about somebody, it's talking about the main character where the story takes place. So who can tell me by a raise of hand the main person, the main character? Emerson. Who's the main character? We're answering the somebody.
The somebody is Stella Luna because I can tell that she's a main character because that's the book title and they talk to her about a lot and she's in every single page.
Every single page, and where does the story take place?
The story takes place in a forest.
In a forest, okay.
And then after the...
Nope, just I just want you to answer to somebody. I know you want to answer something else. I know. Okay, you can pass it to, so for wanted, when it's saying, wanted tells what the character wants or trying to do, you can pass it to Piper.
She wanted her mom because in the beginning of the story, she lost her mom because the owl was trying to get her mom. So the mom stayed there to try to fight the owl. But then Stella Luna fell.
So just the wanted part. So she wanted to be with her mom, right?
And she wanted to have her mom.
You gotta pass it to Addie because she wants to add on to what you said, Piper.
And another thing to add on to what she said, what she wanted, but the mom bird didn't realize that she accidentally dropped Stella Luna. So that's why she stayed there and attacked, because she didn't know that Stella Luna fell.
You don't think that she failed, but remember, the mom was looking through the whole book for Stella Luna. But the wanted was Stella Luna, the main thing, Stella Luna wanted to be with her mom. That was the main thing.
Yeah, she did want to be with her mom and go look for food with her because she didn't know how to fly yet.
Okay, so my next thing is
That's
but.
why she dropped.
Thank you, Addie. So my next thing is but, right? But is the problem the character faces. Can you pass it to Jules? What problems did Stella Luna face?
The problems that Stella Luna faced was to survive.
I'm so sorry, Jules. There's people that are talking behind you. I need everyone to make sure that you're focused and being respectful when someone else is speaking on the carpet.
What was it?
You said, what is the problem? What problems does Stella Luna face?
The problems that Stella Luna faced, she was eating bugs, and she had to sleep at night
But before that, so so when she fell into the nest, did she know where she's at?
when she fell in the nest,
So what's another word for if you're somewhere and you don't know where you're at?
you are lost.
You're lost. She was lost, right?
Yeah.
Stella Luna was lost. And what else did we notice in the beginning? Did she know how to fly?
No, she did not know how to fly.
Do you remember what the author said about her wings?
Yeah. Yeah, they were as thin as paper.
And it was limp, right? It was limp.
Yes.
So now the next thing is solve. That tells how the character solves the problem. So can you pass it to Avery and Avery, I want you to tell me How did Stella Luna solve some of her problems? No?
How Stella Luna solved her problems. When she got stuck in the tree, she fell into a bird's nest. So the birds so then she lived with the birds.
Yep, she lived with the birds. And what did she have to do when she lived with the birds? What did she have to do when she lived with the birds?
She had to eat bugs.
She had to eat bugs. And what else? What about how to sleep? Can you pass it to Jonah? Thank you, Avery.
No.
Can you pass it to Jonah? Logan, no thank you. Go ahead, Jonah.
She had to sleep in the nest and cuddle and snuggle with the babies. Because that's how birds, baby birds go in their nests and they do that. They can't go like bats.
So bats usually sleep how?
They usually sleep upside down, and they're not. Stella is not able to sleep upside down because she did sleep upside down at one point, and then the mama bird told her that if you don't obey the rule of the birds, then you can't come in this nest and you have to leave. So they had a go in the nest.
So my next question, thank you, Jonah. My next question is, so after Stella Luna, she decided that she was going to try to be the best bird that she can be. She was eating insects, even though she's a what? What type of bat is Stella Luna? Emerson.
Stella Luna didn't like bugs because
What type of bat
the
is she?
book told us that she was a fruit bat. And fruit bats don't like bugs because they only eat fruit. But the mama bird's like, no, you're eating bugs, not fruit. So because birds pip, flitter, and flop, and the mama bird love
There's shit on the upper field is locked. We need someone to come unlock it.
bugs, but the bats, like Stella Luna, did not like bugs because they're fruit bats.
Okay. So my other question is, at the end of Stella Luna, what was the major event at the end of Stella Luna? Aria, thank you, Emerson.
Well, at the end, Stella Luna was flying, and it was getting dark, so the birds went back home because bats can see in the dark and birds can't.
Never mind.
And
Before we
he
got it.
started hanging on a branch,
Okay, got it.
and then he told his story to all the bats that came over. And then the mom recognized it, and she told him that he was her baby.
Right? So she finally found her mom, and her mom told her everything she's been learning for the birds. She was taught that was backwards, right? But at the end, her mom told her, no, for birds, for regular birds, that's okay. For bats, it was backwards. I need Damien and Cooper to make sure they're focused and you're facing forward. If you're going to have that on the floor, Damien, you need to use it properly. Right? You can use it. Don't give it to your friends. That's not. So my next thing is, so we just summarized the Luna, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to help you guys out.
Arya still has the microphone.
I know. Arya, can you pass the microphone up, please?
Make sure you turn it off.
Yes, make sure I turn it off. So, what should I put here? Because after this, you might won't have time today because of because recess is coming soon. What? I'll wait. Recess is in 10 minutes, but I'll wait because we need to get through this part. I need you guys to refocus. I know you guys are fidgety. You guys learn what to do. The counselor came in and gave us some things to do if you're feeling fidgety on the carpet. Yes, like that. Asher, go put it away. Thank you. So we're going to fill out this paper together. You know why? Because this is going to be our planning page when you write your summary. So after you do this page, writing your summary is going to be super easy. So for somebody, we're talking about who is the main character, right? And who answered that question? Stella Luna, right? Emerson. We're going to put Stella. Let me make sure I move this down. Stella Luna. And what did the character want? The character wanted to be with her mom. The book didn't tell us. And then what happened? Remember we went to but. What else? Who answered the but question? But what? You answered the but?
I think so. No, I answered.
Oh, yeah. Jules, what was it?
She didn't want to eat mud.
No, that was after. Remember I asked you, like, if you're somewhere you don't know where it's at, what are you? You're lost, right? So, she was lost. And I asked you about her wings, right? She didn't know how to fly?
She was paper. They were paper wings.
And her wings were thin as paper? Were as thin as paper. She couldn't fly.
It wouldn't make sense if it said her wings were paper.
Yeah, they're thin as paper, right? In the story it said that her wings were limp. The soul. When we talk about the soul, we're like, how was the problem solved? How was it solved?
She thought a group of bats found her hanging in a tree.
That's at the end. But who found her after she fell in a nest?
Pip, Glitter, and Flap.
Pip, Glitter, and Flap. We're going to call them the baby birds because remember this morning I kept getting their names mixed up? So I'm going to say the baby birds. She lived with the birds, right?
No, it's not Pip, Glitter, and Flap. She called it Pip.
I'm talking about, I'm not on that part. I'm calling them the baby birds because I'm not going to go over the names. She lived with the birds. And what did she have to do when she lived with the birds? Ava, thanks, raise your hand. She had to eat bugs.
I'm looking for Isla from room 3. Does anyone have eyes on her?
She had to go to bed at nighttime because that's
Okay, so my next question is for then. The last part then is we're focusing on what happened to the end. What happened at the end, Jonah? I'm sorry, Jonah's speaking. Thank you. Asher, Ava, go back to your desk, please. Thank you.
At the end, she flew away.
Okay. So Luna flew away and was found by a group of bats, and one was her mom, right? And she learned that. Pass it forward, please. Thank you, Jonah. No, pass it to me, please. Thank you. I know. Thank you. So at the end, she flew away and was found by a group of bats, and one was her mom. We have a plan to write a summary. So remember, a summary needs to have a setting. Let's go back to recap. The summary needs to have a setting, and then you guys, some of the setting was what? No, where is the setting? Where does the story take place? Where does the story take place?
In a forest. I can tell that it sits in a forest because in the book it does show trees, and right here it shows me these are some bushes and then there's some trees.
Okay.
So I can tell that, and it also says they're in a tree, so I can tell it's probably in a forest.
In the forest?
Because I didn't see any houses.
Wasn't in the house, but also in the story it also said it took place in a sultry forest. So the book told us, but sometimes it doesn't tell us, right? And then the main characters, thank you, Emerson, the main characters were Zayden. It's okay if he doesn't. He could just say the baby birds. Okay. What? Zayden's talking. Go ahead, Zayden. Tell Luna. Remember, Zayden wasn't here in a couple of days, so he just read the book, so it's okay. Okay, thank you. The main character. And the problem was
She got separated by her mom.
she got separated by her mom. That was one of the problems. She got separated by her mom. Emerson, the second problem.
The second problem in the story was that Stella Luna. That the second problem was that
She hated
bugs. And she also, the mom beaver didn't like how she slept, so she yelled at her.
So she yelled at her, right? So we set up a plan to write our summary, right? So when we get a chance to write our summary, I will put this back on. This is going to guide us. It's going to guide us to write our summary. So we have about a couple minutes to get ready to go to recess. I'm going to call those who are sitting nicely and quietly to get ready for recess. I really liked, oops, my shoe flew off. I really liked how Jonah and Lizzie and Arya, actually the whole blue row in the back, I really liked how you guys were listening and participating. You guys, if you have a snack, you can get it first. We guys can go out for recess. I liked how the green row is listening. You guys can go out for recess. The red row, if you have a snack, you guys can eat. The blue row in the front. Genesis and Damien, thank you.